What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Justin Ford podcast, where I'll be releasing life-changing principles and valuable information focused on all things faith, finance, family, fitness, real estate, and so much more. Let's go! What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Justin Ford Unleashed podcast. Super excited to be with you here again today. Hopefully you've been doing great since the last episode. If you're loving the show, do me a favor. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. You can subscribe here on YouTube or your favorite podcast platform. And if you're really loving the show, go ahead and leave us a 5-star review. If you haven't followed me yet on social media, you can at the official Justin Ford. Again, at the official Justin Ford. Got another great episode in store for you today. But before we get into that, I do want to let you know that this episode is brought to you by my friends over at Next Door Lending. Next Door Lending is a team of professionals that believe everyone should be treated as if they lived next door. The founders and team members have more than 150 years of combined experience helping clients all over the country choose the best loan program to help you accomplish your goals. Next Door Lending is currently licensed in 24 states, respected in all 50 states, and has a team of over 100 loan officers specializing in helping you get the best rate and terms. Whether you're looking to refinance your home or you're looking to purchase your next home, call my friends over at Next Door Lending today at 888-885-3667 or visit their website at nextdoorlending.com. Welcome back to the show, my lovely Joy Ford.
Yes, I'm here.
Hey.
Happy to be here.
How's it going?
It's going good. I'm ready for the sun in the summer.
It's around the corner.
I know.
Closer than we can think.
What were you going to say? What am I drinking?
Yeah, what are you drinking?
I don't know. What do you think I'm drinking?
It smells like chocolate milk or
I know. It's chocolate. Like some kind of latte that they had in this. But I love this mug. Look, read the mug.
It says get after it.
I love
so
that.
I'm going to get after it.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks for loaning your cup to me.
Hold on one second.
Oh my gosh. So I love that quote, get after it, so because good. This is not what the episode's about, but I wanted to bring it up since I just was reading this. I've been the one to overthink things. I got to be overly prepared, overly studying, overly looking at the notes. And
you wouldn't say after all these years.
Well, that's just my personality.
No, I know.
And Justin's more of just get after it. Like just
boom.
Just do it. Let's just do it.
Let's go.
Let's get going. And I'm like, wait, I need like a week to prepare for this. What are you talking about? And so I just laughed because when I read that, I've learned to get after it now. I've learned to just go with it and just start.
What changed?
That one book I read.
Which one book?
The what's her name?
Elena Cardone.
Yes, that one.
What about it in the book that caused you to get after it?
No, it just talks about like just stop thinking too much. Like just start going, just start doing, implementing, just stop thinking. Pretty much what I was doing. Like stop doing that.
Yeah.
But I thought like, oh, that's how I should be. Like then I'll never start something if I just keep thinking and like trying to feel like it has to be perfect before I launch something, and that's a lie. So
how's that been going for you? Because obviously you're changing how you naturally are. So
yeah. So it was uncomfortable in the beginning, and now it excites me. I get excited now when I think about something that we're getting ready to do, or an idea, or something I'm trying to plan or get together to do. It's just like to start putting some action to it. Like it's just, I feel like it's more exciting now.
That's exciting.
I think it stresses me more when I'm trying to like put the pieces to the puzzle and make it all perfect, and it's just too much stress to think like it has to be perfect.
But I will say though, somebody like myself who just gets after it, right? You know, we talk about the 4 personality styles in real estate. You have the driver, the expressive, the amiable, and the analytical, and we're all one personality style from a dominating standpoint. We all dominate one specific one, and then obviously we all have a little bit of each other one wrapped in. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I think it's good to have the balance though. Cause if we were both 2 people that got after it, we would have been in even worse shape than some of the things we went through, because it was you who kind of brought more balance. Hold on. We're not just going to go all in and, you know, do all of that. So it's I think there's importance there with the balance of it. But I also think that also understanding from an entrepreneurial standpoint that taking risk and making a decision, not overthinking it, is a part of, success, right? But I still think I love seeing that you've taken those steps, which you have, but I also love that
in certain areas
balance as well.
Yeah, in certain areas I have more than others. But this episode is more.
But it ties right into that, though. Honestly.
It does. I was just going to say it tied really good about like what our topic's going to be, which is we're just doing a question. Yeah, we're just going to do a little cute and sweet Q&A, just a question that came in, and it's a pretty important question because we
ties right into what we're talking about, really.
Yes, I love that you cut me off all the time.
It's okay. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anywho.
Go ahead.
I love that about him.
So what's the question?
I really do.
I get after it.
Shut up, okay? So,
wait.
The question is, because we meet people all over, whether we're tuning for Glover U or if he's speaking somewhere, and sometimes, it's like, it's weird sometimes when you feel like the oldest person in the room, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're in our 30s, and these people are like
30s,
late 20s. We're in our 40s, and some of these people are like younger 20-year-olds or mid 20s. I'm like, oh my gosh, they're babies. And they're like the couple we met in Texas, they're like engaged, they're excited, they're young. I'm like, oh my word.
Early 20s.
Get ready. Put your seatbelt on.
And that's when we got married, was our early 20s. You were 21 and I was 23.
I know. Nobody told me to put my seatbelt on and get ready. No, I'm sure someone did. I probably didn't listen. I was like, oh, I'm in love.
Right.
But, and we didn't think we would like start do a business together, work together.
I always believed that. It took time for you to catch up.
I had to analyze and sit back for quite a few years and think about that probably.
And then she finally got after it.
Yeah. So a question that came in, which we want to answer it because I think it's fun.
And before you read that question, we want to hear from you, right? Send questions into us. You can send it to us on social media. You can send it through YouTube, whatever. Like we want to answer questions because we believe that, we've been through some things, and if we can help encourage people or give them some insight, we want to do that. What's the question?
Yes. So a question came in. It said, the question was, what advice would you give to a newly married couple starting a business together?
Oh. Get after it. That's what I would say. Put your seatbelt on. Yeah.
Be ready. No.
Well, it's not easy. For one, you got two dynamics there, right? And then you can touch on this is number one, just getting married alone. Like you could answer this question in two parts. What type of advice would you give a newly married couple? Like that's advice.
That's a whole nother.
Well, I'm just saying like in and of itself. So there's like two layers of advice. Because,
that's true. That's two different. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think from a marriage standpoint, you're dealing with two dynamics. The dynamic of the two shall become one, right? And it's one thing to be dating and be in the honeymoon phase.
Yeah, if you've been dating someone for like 5 years, 6 years, then
you probably know them. But like if you're like Joy and I, and you meet and you're married within 8 months, because we met in April and married in December. So
if you're a little get after it guy,
I'm a get after it guy. Just put the ring on her finger. Gosh darn it!
Hurry up. When's the date?
Yeah. And so I would say though, for me, it's there's a lot there to unpack because.
See, in my brain, I'm like, just answer it in three ways, like just 3 points. What are your 3 points?
Oh, you're getting after it now. So I'll hand it over to Joy. Go ahead, Joy.
No,
get after it.
I don't.
No, what's your 3 points? Go ahead.
So my
now
advice.
I'm over analyzing.
See now, see the tables have turned. So my advice is, for one, congratulations on being newly married.
Yes.
So that's a big one because that's a big step. It's a new life. It's a new change. Yeah. Lots of new change. Toilet seat's going to be up. Toilet holder might be empty. Like there's socks on the floor when it should be in the basket. Good luck. Yep. That's the first challenge. Yep. Is like learning to live and like do a household together. Yep. Unless you've been together. But my big thing is if you're married and you're doing a business together would be understanding your roles. Writing out what your role is and sticking to that and staying in your lane. Because that's always been a challenge for us that we've had to continue to like go back in your lane, go back in our lane, go back in my lane. And so just really defining what you're doing in the business and then staying in that lane and understanding both of your strengths and weaknesses and, outsourcing the things that you're not great at.
Yeah. That's
what I would say, because otherwise
really
you're trying to do it all and you're trying to be great at everything and you're not great at everything.
Yeah,
Just stop lying to yourself like you're not.
I would say from a husband perspective, and this is something I was just sharing with somebody the other day, is for the longest time, I didn't look at you as an equal. Meaning I know we're one as a married couple, but I didn't look at you as an equal, meaning I didn't value your opinion or insight the way that I look at my own. And so, you know what I mean? So I would think that your opinion, not that it didn't matter, but I just felt like, well, you didn't really know what you were talking about, or you don't really know. And I didn't see you as a partner. And even though, we work together and we do business together, I see you as a partner now in every aspect of life, because when you are married, that is your life partner. Mm-hmm. And for me, I would say, especially to the men or the husbands, is look at your wife as an equal partner, right? 50-50 or 100-100 really is down the middle. And trust, and this is for me with you, even from a spiritual standpoint, is I trust God in you. I may not always agree with everything you say, just like you don't always agree with everything I say. And sometimes I'm wrong and sometimes you're wrong.
Right.
But it's coming to a place of trust and making sure, and I think this is big, and you can touch on this, is that our vision, and for those of you that are listening, your vision aligns with each other. Like you guys, because if as a husband you think you're going one way, and as a wife you think you're going the other way, that's not going to work. Would you say that's the case?
That's true. If you're building a business together, you're doing obviously together, but
business and life together.
Yeah, but if the business starts to branch into your own things, like if you start to do your own things outside the business, if it starts to become bigger and you're doing
I'm just saying from you can say that, but I'm saying from a business standpoint, meaning like if someone's
your
starting
values.
a business. No, someone's starting a business.
Oh yeah.
Because that's what the question was.
Right.
So if someone's starting a business, do you feel it's important that both husband and wife, their vision for that business starting out aligns?
Yes.
Super important, right?
Oh yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Otherwise it'd be a hot mess.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, good luck. I mean, you could try, but.
So I love what you said, knowing your role, right? Knowing your lane, super important. Mm-hmm. We didn't know that in the beginning. It's taken us a long time to share these things, right? It's like we didn't know these things starting out. So it's cool when we get questions like this, is if you can right off the bat know your role and know your lane and respect each other's lane.
Yes. And to add to that, learning to turn off like working, because if you're married, you live together, you're working together, like you have to learn to turn off when you're done working. Like I know that it's hard to do that, but you have to enjoy life together outside of work. It can't always just be work. I mean, unless you want it to be and you guys have that vision and that's what you guys want to do together, but you've got to enjoy life. Go to a concert, go to a game, do things outside of just work. So it's really, yes, it's turning it off and enjoying your life outside of work together and agreeing on what that time looks like. Like 6 p.m., we're done. We're not doing any work. We're not talking about work. We're going to go do something fun. We're going to go to the movies, or whatever it looks like. So that's a big one for me. And not just as a married couple, but not just as a married couple starting a business, but as a married couple in general, especially when you have kids, because working can take over your whole life. When you're in your 30s and 40s and you're grinding, or even in your 20s and you're starting a business, all you want to do is work all the time. It's just seems like it's never going to stop. But, when you have kids and it's just, it's a busier life, and it's learning how to manage that in a healthy way.
Yeah, because I think for me, especially early on, when you and I were working together a few years ago, and your role at the time was admin, right? You're doing paperwork, you're working with the clients, and we were so busy that I remember walking in to the bedroom, and you're like in bed but sitting up and just relaxing, and I'm like, I need you to write an offer. I need you to call this client. And you're like, no. I'm on mom duty right now. I'm on wife duty. I'm no longer working. That's not how this business works. I need you to write an offer.
Yeah, that was your favorite quote. That's not how this business works. That's not how this business works. Oh, never mind. I'll do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, Justin.
But I think for me, it was also good because I do get after it and I do go all in. But,
yes, you do.
But that's not sustainable. There has to be boundaries and there has to be balance. And, you can't be afraid to just shut it off. And I think once I started doing that and I've learned how to really shut it off and have that balance, it's brought so much more peace.
Yes.
Into my life.
I see that.
And your life.
Amen to that. It's taken some time for both of us, but
it's a process.
Mostly you, because you're such a visionary person. You're such a goal-driven person. Like you just go. If you could just go all the time, you would.
Right.
And
that's not sustainable.
No, I mean, it affects your health. It affects your mental health. It affects everything. It affects your home, your marriage, and you're eating like crap. So it's just like you can't. Right. So you've done a great job learning how to pull back, or however you want to say it. I mean, you juggle it all.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, if you're, again, for whoever asked the question, or if anybody is newly married and also getting into business, is be patient with each other. Be patient with each other. Trust the process. Find some mentors. That's what I would say. That's a big one.
Huge, yes.
Find some mentors and some people who have been where you are and have done it, and learn from them. Right? There were people along the way, I believe, that we weren't like specifically mentoring us for that role, but we learned what to do and what not to do with some people we knew. But I think now that I understand, and I know you do too, and appreciate the role of a mentor, to be intentional, to find somebody, even in the field that you're going into, right? So if you're going into opening up a franchise,
right,
go find somebody who's a married couple, who's successful in that line of work, and learn from them.
Yeah, and get to know them first, because it can look successful on camera and on, social media, but their marriage may be falling apart. I mean, like, get to know a couple, like get to know, another couple on a relationship standpoint first, because that's going to show truly like who's mentoring you and where they're at and how it's going and if it's fruitful, and don't be scared if like things change. So like you start a business and it's not working out, or
we've had quite a few of those. Yeah.
Or you decide to have kids and now, you as the wife decides to be home with the babies. Like, change is hard, but don't be scared of the change, and just learn just plan for what it's going to look like in the future, like how it's going to be moving forward. You might have to like replace yourself for a while.
Be willing to make adjustments and not be so locked in where you feel like you're stuck.
Because a lot of times freshly married couples that start business, or just freshly married, I mean, some, not all of them, are like the next thing is having kids. I mean, within a few years. Yeah. Some may not, but that's normally the goal. Is most people decide to have kids and make their parents grandparents, and so things can change very quickly, and you just do your best. Yep. And sometimes you just have to put somebody else in your position for a period of time. Yeah. Until you're ready to get at it. Yeah.
One of the things I would also say too is, because when you're married and you're in business, there's not only do you have to be patient with each other, but if you do get into it, or you have some issues or some disagreements, be quick to resolve them. Yes. Because you don't want that to like play over into your business. And if you have people working for you, like, you're the example, right? As a leader, if you're running a business, you're the example. If you have employees, if you have agents working for you. And so people are looking to you beyond you just being successful. They're probably looking to you as your relationship with your, if you're married and you guys are doing it together, they're looking at all that. Yeah. And guard each other.
Yeah. That's a good one.
And touch on that? Touch on guarding each other?
Well, that's a good one. But what was in my mind was, one of you is going to be more of the vision driven. And so when I look back, I think about the times that I would just shut Justin's things down, like he'd have ideas and like all these ideas. And I'd be like, no. Like, I just felt like you can't do so many things all at one time and be successful at it, which is true. But also his visions and ideas and thoughts are, one, important, and two, they may not be now, they could be later. And to me, I realized there was a better way of responding. It was like, oh, well, let's pray about that, or let's think about that and see how it's going to look. How can we do this? Or maybe that's in the next few years, right. Or like just not shutting the idea down. But being sweet about it and just saying, well, how can we fit this in? And when will maybe this will be, in the coming years, or writing it down and just being patient, you know?
No, that's so good. And I know we could really unpack this and go so much deeper. But I think that these are some good nuggets. And even for those that are listening right now, because we know there's a lot of real estate agents, that listen to our show. And so even if you're listening to this show and you're a current married couple, because these are pieces of advice that you could apply even if you're been married 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, is if Joy and I can ever serve you guys or help you, answer any questions, if you want to connect and let us know. I mean, we'll
go live with you.
We'll go
together, like now,
or locally, go out to dinner, connect with people. We'll be married 18 years in December. 18. That's crazy. And so if there's anything that we can help you with, or, connect with you with, or serve you with, let us know. And what's cool is our EXP team's growing, and a lot of the people who have joined our teams are married couples. There's a lot of great married couples within our organization. I always say it, our goal is to do a marriage retreat sometime this year, and invite sometime this year.
To me, it's 3 years, in the next 3 years.
Yeah, whatever it is. But I think maybe it's this year where we just have a weekend where we invite a bunch of real estate couples to a marriage retreat, and we just do a weekend of connection and teaching, and just.
My thing is, hey, we're going on vacation for a quick weekend. Who wants to meet us there? And then we just.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It would definitely be in a nice spot. Yeah, it'll be good. Any final stuff that you want to say?
No, I mean, good luck. Good luck on your endeavor for those that have freshly got married or starting a business. Don't give up, and get after it.
Get after it. And if you're a believer, make sure God's at the center of it all.
Yes.
Super important. Mm-hmm. That's it. Appreciate the question. If you ever have another question, or anybody wants to ask Joy and I something about marriage, business, life, faith, whatever it may be, feel free to shoot that over to us. You can email me, justin@justinfordunleashed.com. You can find Joy and I on Justin and Joy Ford on Instagram, Real Run Uncut, also on Facebook. You can follow Joy. You can follow me at the official Justin Ford. We love being able to use this podcast to be able to connect with people, encourage people, and I hope that it truly inspires you. And if it is, let us know about it. Leave us a 5-star review. Feel free to subscribe here to the channel. Follow us on social media. Let us know what you think. This episode, again, was brought to you by my friends over at Next Door Lending. Not just my friends, but my personal lender. This is more than just a mortgage company. It's a company that's making a difference and changing lives in 24 states around the country. If you're looking to buy a home, refinance your home, and you want to connect with a great lender, if you're a mortgage, if you're a real estate company looking for a great mortgage company, you want to call my friends over at Next Door Lending at 888-885-3667, or you can visit their website at nextdoorlending.com. 2 things I always love to leave you with. Number 1, it's not how you start. What matters is how you finish. And number 2, with God, all things are possible. God bless you guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.